So I gotta ask, you're gonna be dreaming about the last play of the spring game for a while, aren't you?
Yeah, for sure. I'm already getting picked on by my teammates. It basically like a muff punt. That's why I don't catch punts.
Were you guys aware what the stakes were for this game, and kind of how did that influence what went on?
Yeah, Coach Collins told us that the losing team was going to have to wake up and clean the homestands, so it was put a little bit more on the line. Obviously, gold came to play, and, they won, so I'm hurt right now. I got to wake up, but, that's part of it. Everything about this team is competition, so winner and loser.
You had a great play, David, on the 2-point conversion, jumping the route, and kind of what did you see there, and kind of also talk about just kind of playing defense today against that offense.
On that particular play, I know with the kind of defense we run, they like to RPO us, zone read RPO, and I read it pretty well, and I saw the quarterback's eyes, so I just jumped the route, and he threw it to me, so it was a lucky pick. Just playing against the offense, our offense is very dynamic. They got a lot of different plays. We were kind of limited on defense with our play calling today. Just wanted to line up and play and see who's going to go run around. And I was happy with a lot of the things we did. I think that the white squad, we didn't stop the run as well as I wanted to. But we're hitting people in the backfield and hitting them in the backfield, and they drag us for 3 yards. So that's just the difference. We got to clean a little bit of stuff up. But I was happy with everything.
So you guys, as you mentioned, limited on your play calling a little bit. Can you kind of comment, or were you begging to have more stuff so you could slow the offenses down a little bit, or kind of talk a little bit about how you felt about being limited on the night?
I wanted to blitz. I wanted to go get some sacks because that's what I've done all spring. But having limited play calling that calls to who's going to show up and who's going to play. Hey, you got limited calls. Like just you're going to show up and you don't need all the fancy calls. You're just going to go play.
Gold team, we was good. Hey, as long as you play with energy, it don't really matter what defense you in. So we was straight. We ain't got to wake up in the morning. I'm good.
This is for the white team. Coach talked about when the gold team went up, I want to say by 2-3 scores. He talked to the coaches to help you guys settle down, get back into it. Can you just talk about what was not going right, if it was part of you being limited on defense, and what helped you guys kind of settle down, get back into the game to have a chance to come back and win?
Well, Coach talked to me when we started getting behind, and this stuff like that's going to happen in a game. You're going to give up some points, and the thing that can't happen is you can't start losing your bench. You can't start, starting pointing fingers and stuff like that. And so, he explained to me that whenever stuff like that happens, is the best thing to do is to call simple our base defense and play one play at a time, and and that's what we did. And so we came out on the 2-minute drill and we stopped them, and our offense went down and scored. So I think we responded pretty well. We just needed a little bit of talking to.
I think it was the second quarter. There was a pass play going towards the locker room, and you missed a tackle. And you're doing push-ups after the play.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris, two parts of the question. A, I guess what prompted that, but B, one thing I've heard a lot of guys say is, guys on the team feel more free to be themselves. And was that kind of an example of that?
That was all me. I'm an elite player. I should make those plays. They're definitely gonna work on that stuff in the fall. So that's just all me. I know I'm supposed to make that play. I'm just gonna do some push-ups.
This question is for both of you. Do you think the defense improved more this spring than in past springs because you practiced against a more traditional offense versus the previous Tech offense, which you weren't going to face the likes of in the regular season?
Yeah, because, for example, last year we only installed 4 calls because the offense that we was going against in the spring. Like this spring we installed almost our whole defense. So I feel like we are going to be more prepared in the fall as we were in the past.
It's reps. you spend all of spring and then half of the fall camp going against the triple option, which we don't see normally in the season. But now we're going against offenses that we see every single week, and the reps add up. You know, me personally, I felt that I've gotten so much better throughout the spring, seeing what I'm going to see during the year, and it's helped. It's helped a lot, I feel.
For both of you, how do you feel like you've grown in this defense over the past 15 practices, and what's your comfort level right now with it?
Comfort level, I'm not very comfortable in the sense of there's always a lot of stuff that we all need to work on. But confidence is there. We're definitely, I think, more confident. But we've been in the defense for 15 practices now, so our summers are going to be different now. We're gonna be working, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're gonna get it down packed. So when it comes fall camp, we're hitting and running, and we're gonna be good.
Yeah, it's pretty much what he said. Like in the past, our practice is completely different. So in order for us to be a good defense, we have to be close, and I feel like we're so much closer now than we ever was.
For both you guys, what is it like working with Coach Corrala, and maybe what
Say it
difference has
again?
Coach Corrala difference has he made with you guys as far as strength gains, things like that?
Man, Coach Lou, he's an unbelievable guy. He doesn't make us do anything that he hasn't done. So any workout, you name it, he's done it. He do it that night, and he wake up early in the morning, and he have us doing it. So, man, he pours his heart into this, and I'm just so blessed to have him as my strength coach.
Just second that, man. His passion for coaching, his passion for us is, unparalleled. We'd go to war for that guy, and he'd go to war for us. And just like he said, everything that we do, he does it, if not more. He's a freak. So he's a beast.
He's definitely different.
Yeah. So
Definitely different.
We are very fortunate, and you're gonna see a lot of the guys around here a lot bigger from now on out. So.
Lucas, can you just talk about being back out there and being healthy again and getting your first chance in really about a year ago, to be in front of fans and play some quarterback?
Yeah, I felt great. It was a long, long journey filled with a lot of ups and downs last year. It was really disappointing, but, the team really kept my spirits up, and, it just felt so good to be out there again, just throwing the ball around and just playing with my friends, and, it made it worth it. It made it worth it, for sure.
This question is for Lucas. You were 12 for 16 tonight with a touchdown. Can you just talk about what was helping you be successful?
Everybody around me. It's really easy when you have so many playmakers around you. You just got to distribute the ball. The line started off great. They were blocking. They were giving me a lot of time. And, it's easy. You just got to give it to your playmakers and let them go make plays.
When that first play happened and y'all motioned back to shotgun, you heard the stadium erupt. What went through your mind?
It was awesome. I feel like everybody was really excited. We're really excited to bring Georgia Tech into this new era. And, it's just awesome hearing the crowd roar. It was a big turnout for the spring game. We appreciate everybody that came out to support us.
It was exciting. I love to hear the crowd yell that loud. I haven't heard it like that in a while. I think maybe Clemson game, maybe at home. That Virginia game that went into overtime. But it was exciting. Nice experience just to be in the atmosphere and play for our Jackets.
This is for both of you guys, and Coach Collins actually spoke a little bit on this, but Coach Patino has thrown a lot at you guys in the past month and a half, 2 months. Now that it's all said and done, now that it's over, how comfortable do you guys feel in what he has taught y'all and what y'all still have to do?
I feel like we've all come a long way, as every player on the offense, from our first practice. And I think everybody's getting a lot more comfortable with it. I still feel like there's a lot of stuff we need to improve on, and we have all summer to work out the kinks. And when we come back in camp, We're going to start the install right over, so I feel like everybody will come back a lot more comfortable with knowing everything they need to do. But for 5 weeks, the new offense, I think we did pretty well tonight. So
I'm gonna feedback on what he said. It's a lot funner than what we had in triple option. New offense, new system. I mean, the atmosphere around was great, and I just feedback on what he said.
Now that each of you have had a chance to go through spring, is there an area or two that you see, I got to work on this or that?
yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I still feel like, just recognizing defenses and just knowing where to go with the ball. Everything happens a lot quicker. And so you just got to get in the film room, study, and just know where to go with the ball, reading defenses. I think I can speak for a lot of us. I think that's where we all need to get better.
Yeah, what he said, and that's basically what it is.
Just keep agreeing with me. I like it.
Lucas, I have a question for you, and James, I have another one for you to follow. The last scrimmage, I don't think it was probably your best, but I imagine it feels good to finish on a high note where you threw the ball around, completed a lot of passes, and I was curious if you felt like there was one play in particular that you were really kind of excited about the way that you were able to execute. And then James, you had the pass to Adonicus, I was down the far sideline. Just describe kind of that throw and just how that felt.
Well, I'm going to say for me, the play that was best executed wasn't even by me. It was by my boy Ryan Lance. When he threw that seam ball up, like we were going. It was funny because we literally went over that exact play. They come out in this coverage, we're going to throw it down the seam, and Lance dropped back and threw a dime. So I think I was the most hype over that play, to be honest. See my boy Lancey out there ball. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It was exciting. We had opened the series with a read option, and then we came back. I knew I had one-on-one with Adonicus, and I'm going to take it every time. I don't care what corner in the nation is on him. I'm going to take it.
This question's for both of you. So how would you assess your offensive line through your spring and then, in tonight's game? How would you say you did with them? Like, how's your communication been and your execution, things of that nature?
Offensive line is putting in a lot of work. They had to, just start over, I would say. And they've been working so hard, and I know a lot of guys were playing through a lot of banged up body parts, and, I'm so proud of them. And, the whole play doesn't work unless they start off with, knowing who to block, giving us time. So, the big boys up front really did well tonight, and I think they've been working their tails off all spring.
Yeah, we came a long way offensive line-wise. I was telling them, just be calm. I'm check the protection if I have to. We have a blitz or something. I'm check it for them, and just be calm and have fun and play the game that they love. Most of the offensive line, they good at both blocking and pass blocking. So, yeah.
Was it hard for you, James, not going live? Like, there seemed to be quite a few plays, and Lucas, you had a couple as well, where if it was live, you may have been able to complete a pass or scramble out of whatever they call sack or those kinds of things.
Yeah, it's difficult to have a quick whistle, but as far as safety and in the game, yeah, I'm gonna make plays and distribute the ball and run the ball and all of the above.
Well, I got here tonight, I looked out at the offensive defensive lines, and it did not even look like the same group that was here last year. Is that evident to y'all because of the work they've been putting in, or was that just an optical illusion on my part?
No, I mean, it's a lot of the same guys. Everybody's just been working day in, day out. So, I mean, you got to see a glimpse of all the hard work that they've been putting in. And, I give them a lot of credit because they've had to, overcome a lot this spring.
Okay,
Yeah.
one or two more for the quarterbacks before we bring up the next couple of guys.
For y'all, coming from the bone and getting into the gun, the new footwork, how has it been adjusting from working exclusively under center back in gun now?
I would say it was just kind of just dusting off the old muscle memory from high school, I would say. Because, I mean, it is a lot different footwork, but I feel like all of us in high school were dropping back in the gun. So it was just getting back to the old footwork. You know, it was a little shaky in the beginning, but, you know, once we got things clicking, you know, it's just muscle memory.
Yeah, it was good to get back in the old days and have fun. Footwork starts everything. The throw, everything. It's just muscle memory and a lot of work at it.
A lot of work.
As for both of y'all, coming from an offense where people kind of viewed you as quarterbacks that, you know, mainly just run, how did it feel personally to go out there tonight and kind of showcase your different abilities and skill sets?
It felt good. I mean, I feel like a lot of people got a chance to show new skill sets that not a lot of people knew they had, like receivers, lineman pass setting. It's not just us. I mean, everybody has to adjust to the new offense, but I feel like we all came together and, you know, I think we put on a good show tonight.
Yeah, it felt great to let the nation know that we can throw the ball and not just run it every down. And I'm glad we got a new system.
David, last one.
James, you mentioned about you said you take Adonicus over any corner in the country. Just really for either one of you, what is it about his skill set, about maybe his physical nature that makes you feel so comfortable and confident with him?
He's a tough guy. He can make unbelievable catches. He can go up and get the ball. He can run out and dive and get the ball. It's just a great option to go to either way, no matter who's on him. Definitely if a linebacker's on him, I'm going to him automatically. But yeah, he's a great target, and it's just great having him as a receiver.
All right. Thank you, fellas.
Adonicus, seems like you've had a great spring and kind of been a little bit of a breakout player with your group. Just can you kind of talk about what's clicked in this new offense for you and then kind of why you're having so much success?
Because from the last offense, I really didn't have a chance to be able to showcase my talents. Now I'm glad that Coach Collins came in and we started the run and spread offense, and that's my type of offense. And this spring, I just wanted to show the coaches that I can be able to make plays and stand out.
Yes, this is for Adonicus. You had a play where you caught a 39-yard touchdown pass. Can you just walk me through that play and how was it able to be successful coming off of the goals team touchdown from the drive before?
Oh, I really wanted to win this game today, so I was like, make much plays as possible to try to lead my team to a victory. So on that drive, it was one-on-one coverage with the corner, and all spring, me and James had great one-on-one connection. So off the rip, when the coach made the play, I already knew he was coming to me. So I just worked the receiver off the line, and I know the ball was up in the air, so I went to go get it and scored a touchdown.
Jordan, it seems like you were kind of all over the field today, catching the ball
Yeah.
and running the ball. And
Mhm.
obviously the way it's set up with you guys playing against your defense all the time,
Mhm.
they kind of know what to expect, so it's maybe not set up for you guys to do well. But
Right.
kind of what's your,
Mhm.
I guess kind of what do you feel like you did well today? And then also, how do you feel about the new offense?
I mean, what I felt like I did well today was basically just trying to work on my paths today because, different paths from running triple option to the spread. So, just working on my inside zone steps. I felt like, what else I do? I mean, I ran a couple routes. Nobody ever seen that before, so I got a little glimpse of that tonight. Caught some of them. I dropped one, so, and then, that's it.
Anything else for Jordan or Donicus?
Jordan, I'm curious. They use a lot of backs, kind of shuffling you guys in and out, Jerry and Christian. And I'm curious if you've gotten a sense of that's kind of how, with. I know that Coach Patnode and Coach Collins have talked about. You kind of have to use what's on the roster, and I wonder if you got the sense that because there's so many good running backs that maybe that's kind of a glimpse of what'll happen, where it's not just gonna be one guy who's the workhorse, but maybe a lot of you guys are gonna be sharing reps like that.
Yeah, well, so we got this play where it's like two backs in the backfield. So hopefully that helps us out too, because we have a lot of playmakers. So Dante, me, Christian, Jerry, OJ, and we got playmakers coming in, the freshmen, you know. So we got to see what it is when we come back in fall.
Anything else?
Donicus, can you talk a little bit about the receiver room now? It seems like a lot of guys have kind of new life breathed into them, like Jalen Jackson or Malachi or yourself. That I mean, basically 3 guys played every game last year. It seems like 6 to 8 guys are going to play a game now. Can you kind of just talk about that competition, knowing that that's out there and how much that drives y'all?
One thing what Coach Collins always says is getting above the line, and like every receiver in the room is basically trying to see the field. Because from the last offense, it was only 2 receivers. Now we got like 3 receivers out there, up to 5 receivers. And like back then, like last year, I was just praying like a miracle happened and we get a new offense. And then all me and Malachi Carter was talking about was like, if we get a new offense, we can be able to showcase our talents instead of like with the spread offense, you have to block, but in the triple option, you blocking 95% of the time. Now in the spread offense, you getting targets, and like all through our receiver room, we have playmakers like everywhere. Like Jalen Camp is a great player, Malachi Carr is a great player, just the whole receiver room, and we have some great coaches, and we're gonna do some special things this upcoming season.